I hope you're having a lovely, lovely day. Today I'm going to be making a fig and melon soap with this particular little one that I have here. This is a sample I've got from Pure Candle Supplies, and it smells just really nice. It's kind of sweet with, you know, that real sort of fruity sort of scent as well, which is really nice, and it's just not overpowering. But before I do this, I thought what I would actually do is show you a special gift that I got today. And, you know, honestly, I did not expect this gift. And I just want to say a big, big, amazing thank you to all of my subscribers and everyone that's following me, commenting and really trying to cheer up my channel and trying to get us all going. Because as you all know, we're a new baby channel and only been around a couple months. But a massive, massive thank you to Cara. So she sent me this box of goodies. I mean, how lucky am I to get this? So what I thought I'd do before I make the soap is just show you exactly what I've got. So I'm going to pop the camera down, show you what we've got from Cara. And she's also a soap maker. And I don't look at any soap makers as being competition. I look at it that we're all here to support each other and create this gorgeous community. So if somebody comes and asks you questions as a soap maker, I think, you know, just give them the question. You don't have to give them your whole recipe if you don't want to, but you know, sharing is caring, isn't it? So anyway, this one's for you, Cara. So I thought what I would do is just unbox it all. And she did send me a beautiful letter thanking me for my channel, but I won't read that because I feel that that's a personal letter to me from Cara. But from here, I will show you the goodies that she got me. So go and check her out. I will leave the links to Cara's website. I'll have a quick look for it. Also, I can leave you the links as well. But anyway, I will show you what we've got here in the goodies, and then we will get making this amazing melon soap. So let me pop the camera down and we'll go from there. All right, everyone, we're back again. So of course I'm going to take out all of the little bits and pieces, and I've only basically just opened the top. I really haven't even taken anything out, but I thought I would actually show you. And look how cute this is. It's like a raspberry cheesecake one that she's made me. And I mean, how cute is it? And it smells really lovely. It's not overpowering at all, so it's really, really cute. But that's really nice. I'll definitely use that, Cara, for myself. And she's also given me a soap, which is a camel soap. And I've always wanted to try one with camel milk. So I'm definitely going to give this one a go. It looks really cute and rustic, and I think that's a really gorgeous one for this kind of milk soap. But yeah, I'm definitely going to try it because I do a donkey milk, and I also do a goat's milk, of course, and then full, you know, just a full cream milk. So it is so nice of it. And look at this. I mean, is this adorable or what? She's given me a little keyring with an R because my name is Rhonda, starting with R, and I am 100% going to put that on my keyring, which is really, really lovely of her. And then she's also made me this. I mean, how cute is this? It's a little pen with all of the you know, sunflowers on it, which sunflowers are all happy and bright. And then she does make some acrylic type things as well, I think. And she does do the tumblers, which I've never had a tumbler. I actually wanted to buy a tumbler, one of these type tumblers, because I've never bought one. I've actually never seen a homemade one. I mean, how amazing is this? Now, is that gorgeous or what? I absolutely love this, Cara. You are a total gem for getting me that. So like I said, I will promise to pop the links on for Cara's channel and go over and see her. I'm not sure if she has a YouTube channel, but I'm sure she has a website. So I will definitely pop everything over so that you can go and check her out. And she's another Aussie, so that's really nice. I think she's in New South Wales. And too, the one thing that is so nice of her to send me this, I know what postage cost. So this did cost her a lot of money to send this to me and, you know, to make this for me as well. So I am super, super grateful. And I definitely did not expect anyone to ever give me a gift. But I just want to say a big mwah, mwah, thank you. It's just really nice of you. So anyway, without further ado, for Cara and everyone else, let's get on with this video. And we'll make some amazing, beautiful soap today. So inside my bowl here, I have 275 grams of distilled water. I also have a very flat tablespoon of sodium lactate. So you don't need to pop that in, but it will actually make it easier to get out of the mold. And also when we're finished this as well, I'm going to decorate it with something I've already bought. So this or not bought but made. This is something that I've just made, and this is going to go with my melon sort of scent. And if you have a look at the back here, all that is some soap dough, and I've just literally pressed it outside of the mold. So I'll just quickly show you the mold. That's the mold that I'm using at the moment, and these ones you can get from Cakes Paradise online, or you can also get them from My Dream Cakes in Australia as well, or I'm sure you can get some like that on Amazon. And this is the tropical fruit silicone mold that I'm using. But anyway, we'll get back to the main bit. So like I said, we've got all the ingredients in here for now because we are going to be doing the heat transfer method. So the next thing I need to do is just weigh up my sodium hydroxide, which is in here, of course, and this does say for soap use. So what I'm going to do is just pop it over on the scale, and then I will actually bring it back to you to show you exactly what I'm doing. And then we're just going to mix all this up till it's dissolved. Then after that, what we're going to be doing is putting in our hard butters so that they will melt with the heat of the hydroxide. So we'll get all this ready and then we'll be back. So now that I do have all of my hydroxide and my water in here, all I'm going to do is keep mixing it around, and you'll be able to tell when it is dissolving, because you won't be able to feel sort of any grains or anything on the bottom. But with this particular recipe, I decided to try something that I've not done before. I've seen quite a few people put, you know, a teaspoon or so of salt inside. So I thought, look, I'll just use these particular salt rocks and we'll pop them in to see. It's meant to make your bar harder, so I'm really interested to see if this is going to work. So this is a little bit of an experiment to see if the salt and the sodium lactate are all going to work and make my bar harder and easier to unmold. So I will let you know later on whether that works or whether it doesn't. But you know, it's worth a go, isn't it? And like I said, I have seen many people do it, so I thought I'd try that out. But anyway, we're almost finished, and then we'll be on to the next step of getting to make some soap. So now we're going to be placing in 150 grams of some coconut oil, and then we're also going to be placing in 150 grams of certified palm oil as well. So I buy all of my palm from a place that certifies all of their products. And Essential is a great place if you're looking for raw materials for soap making. Also Heirloom Australia, and both of them have certified products that are also sustainable. And for a lot of people that don't know, palm oil is also called vegetable shortening. And when I was younger, and even still to this day, a lot of lollies do contain palm oil. So if you're opposed to that, you really do need to look also for the word of, like I said, vegetable shortening. For myself, I've done quite a bit of research on it. And yes, I would never just buy plain palm oil, but like I said, the certified one is something that a lot of soap makers use, and to be honest, it does give you a much better bar of soap, as long as you are doing it, you know, the right way and making sure everything is ethically sourced. That's how I, you know, get mine, of course, but it is a totally individual choice, and it depends on how you're marketing your products. Some people market them as no palm at all, and then that's fine too. So like I said, just depends on what you want to do. But for now, I'm going to leave this just for a second. And I'm also going to now go over and get some shea butter. Once again, it is also a certified shea butter. And then I'm just going to get 100 grams of that, and I'm going to be popping that in next. So I'm just going to be popping in my shea butter. As I said, there is 100 grams of this. And for me, this is the main part of what we call the hard oils. Hard oils are like butters and things that you can see they come in a hard form. But if it was summer and nice and warm, these would liquefy, especially the coconut oil. It really does. Sitting in the massive big drums that I have, it will definitely liquefy itself. But so now all we're going to do is just mix this and make sure it's totally mixed in. And then after that, I will actually work on getting my liquid oils, which are, you know, your olive oils and so on. So make sure when you're doing the heat transfer method that you mix absolutely everything. And you also need to just make sure that, like I said, it's totally melted down and you're mixing in the whole of the process. And then we will go to the next bit. So I will just leave the camera rolling. I'll pop some music on. And like I said, we'll keep doing this bit and go from there. You'll be able to see me in the background here. I had forgotten to organise my soap box, and what I'm doing here is I've just sanitised it with some isopropyl, and of course I'm wiping it down, making sure it's all nice and clean, and that is going to be ready for the soap that we're making now. So, and I'll just continue doing this bit until everything has dissolved and there's no lumps in the mixture. All right, so let's go and put in all of the liquid ingredients. So these are my liquid oils. So in here I do have 420 grams of olive oil. I have light olive oil so that it's light, so that I can put some nice colors into this one as well. I also have 80 grams of castor oil in here and 100 grams of sweet almond oil. So we'll just give it a quick mix, then I'm going to give it a quick blend. And the thing with when you're doing the heat transfer method, you do have to work fast because sometimes, it just doesn't want to do its job right. So what I'm going to do, like I said, we'll give this a quick blend. I'll separate the colours. I'm running out of time because it is thickening up, but then I will definitely show you what I'm going to do. So I have a green and the peach that I'm going to use, and a tiny bit of this aqua is left. So I'll be back in just a moment once I mix all this up and get the next bit ready. So I'm just mixing it all together. Of course, I've turned the sound off so you don't have to hear the mixer, but the little mixer I'm using is just a $10 cheap one from my department store. So don't go out if you're new to soaping and buy a really expensive one. You can start with a little cheaper one. The only thing is that you need to blend more with a cheaper one because the motor is not as strong as some of the larger ones that professional soap makers use. All right, so this is at a very, very light trace, and that's okay because I want to separate it so I can mix the colours as well. So I'm going to use this one here and just pop this back in that I had a few oils in before. So we will pop that one in, and then I'm going to just get another one because we've got the 3 colours here, but I only need a tiny little jug for the 3rd colour. So let me just find something for that one, and like I said, and then we'll mix the rest all up together. So all I'm going to do is just use these little containers here just to pop off a tiny bit in the end in here. I don't need much at all. And then this tiny little one here, we're going to put some green in. And so, you know, look, I don't measure a particular amount. I just put a tiny bit in, and I mean, that's sort of it. So let's just move this one aside. And you can see the tiniest bit of green, if you can see there in my camera. Sorry, I know it's not close. And I mean, look how amazing that color is. Super duper cool. So I'll pop that one to the side. And then in here, I'm going to actually do the other green as well so that I can have the 2 greens in here. There's only the tiniest bit, and I just thought, look, I'll just use this, and I'm also going to be popping in a little bit of titanium in a moment. And this would just give it a sprinkle of green. It's really not going to be green at all. Just the tiniest, weeniest bit. And then I'll do the peach in that particular colour. So I'm going to go and grab, like I said, the titanium white. actually found that I do have this tiny bit of blue also that I want to use up, so I'll just pop whatever's left in there. That's a peacock blue, which is really, really cute. And like I said, the tiniest bit of white in there. We'll just put that in there. Usually you should mix it, but you know, I'm running out of time here, so to be honest with you, I'm not doing it. And when I'm doing this, often this is when I actually will add my colours, my fragrance in later. So you don't always have to add your fragrance in early. So I'm just going to leave that. And last but not least, like I said, I'm going to add this beautiful coral. It's called Coral Chameleon, and this one is a gorgeous, like a sparkle. So if you can see that kind of sparkly shimmer, and that one there is from Sud Off. So let me just mix this one in. So, and now I'm just going to add in my fragrance, and let's pray that this fragrance plays good, because I have never ever used this before. And so my fingers crossed. I'm only going to put a little bit in this. I know what's in this bottle is right. It is very dark, so I know this is definitely going to discolor. So I think I'm actually only going to put it in the pink, and I won't put it in the green. Look, it actually plays nice. It doesn't get too over crazy thick, but like I said, it's very yellow. When it's really yellow, you do know that it's definitely going to discolor. 100% this one will discolor. So what I'm going to do, change of plans. There's always a change of plans, isn't there, when things discolor or something happens. And you can see how that's already discoloring. This should have been a peach color, but clearly it's not going to be, but that's okay, that's fine. And then we'll just pop it into here. So it'll be interesting tomorrow when we unveil it all to see what it's going to look like. And then I'm literally just going to do a drop swirl with the greeny kind of colours. And look how messy I am. See, so messy. But that's okay. If it gets messy, you know, just clean it with your spatula. I mean, it's no big deal. You can just kind of get the cleaning, you know, clean the side. I mean, you can see how gorgeous that looks. And like I said, now we do have the two colours. So we do have this green colour here, and we also have the other one. So I'm just going to give it a bit of a mix again. And like I said, I'm definitely not adding in the scent into this. 100%, definitely no. And what I'm going to try and do is just do green on either side of these so that it kind of pulls the colour away from each other a tiny bit. We'll just mix this bit in. Look at this crazy, crazy colour. But it's still looking really cute. Now I'm just going to pop in this into this main one here. I'll give this one a bit of a swirl. And I'm going to let it set up a bit so I can kind of texture the top, which I don't usually do. For any of you that know me would know that I don't usually do many texture tops at all. I don't know why. I'm just not a fan of it, to be honest with you. I like the texture, but I just kind of prefer to put, you know, extra bits and pieces in it. And this particular mix, so when I give you this mix, anyone that has this standard mold, it is the perfect, you know, mix for it. It's like just enough or a little bit extra to do a bit of texture if you like texturing the top. So it is a really, really good amount. So you're not going to have anything left over with this if you're doing these tops. But if you want to pipe the top, I suggest you definitely get a little bit, you know, extra. So, you know, make a tiny bit more because there won't be enough to pipe the top. Definitely not. We'll just pop a little bit on here. We'll just, because I am, like I said, going to kind of do a bit of a wave on the side. And then I'm going to put my little embed that we made earlier, that I showed you earlier that I've made. And I'm actually just going to pop the little embed bit on the side as well. And maybe we'll even spray it with a bit of gold so that we can move the colour. And look how messy that is. So I'm going to clean up all this so you don't have to see my disgusting mess. And I will bring you back when I'm ready to do the next bit. All right, so I've opened this new blazing red. I mean, look how amazing that is. So rather than using the gold, I actually thought I'm going to do the weeniest bit and just, you know, just dust the top, just one side a little bit. So let me just, we'll dust along, and that way when we actually kind of move everything to the side, it's going to look super duper cool. And I think this looks like a bit of a melon color. I'm sure you can agree. Let me get rid of some of that off there so I don't waste it all. And now I would just get my spoon, and then we'll sort of move it a bit as well. This is the spoon I was using before. So all I'm going to do is literally kind of like move this there to give this kind of a, if you can see that kind of melon sort of look. And I actually think putting this red on will create a real melony type sort of look on there, which, like as I said before, most of you that know I would never do this. It's not kind of my signature look, that's for sure. But it will look really cute today, and it will be definitely something different that I'm sure you are all going to say, oh, look, she's actually doing something different today. So we will just give it a little bit of a peek on top, and I'm sure you can see how cute that is. And I'm now going to just cut my little tiny slices, which all I made was like a grapefruit sort of one out of this, you know, like I said, out of the soap dough. And then if I just cut each slice, if you can see the slices in it, and then that will sort of go in the side to depict, you know, exactly the amount that's going to sort of go in there, if that makes sense. So you can use a pair of scissors if you want, or you can actually just cut it. So I'm literally just going to cut each slice with the scissors. And if you see, then that's basically what the slice will be. And all we're going to do is literally just put the slice in there. We'll see if I can show you. Hopefully, let me just lower my camera as low as I can get you. And hopefully you can see that little slice there. But I will, like I said, I will give you a bit of another look over the top in a minute. And then I'm literally just going to put these all along here, these slices. Usually with this bar, you can get about 8 to 9 1-inch kind of bars. So I'm just literally going to put this across, and it doesn't matter if we snip off a little bit or we don't. Either way, it's still going to look really cute. You know, you might not get the exact slice, but you know what I'm saying anyway. You'll see what I'm doing. And it's just going to be something a bit different, isn't it? And I will show you my little slices. The thing with these is you just never know until we undo it as well how it's actually going to look. So I'm just going to get a different spoon on that side. I have actually seen people use different popsicle sticks like this. I don't usually do it myself, but you know what? Do something different. Step outside my square. Usually I do a lot of soap dough sort of things, or something that looks really fancy, because I kind of like that fancy look. But also with here, you know, we do want it to be different, don't we? We don't want people to think that we can't do something different. And I'll show you that. So yeah, that just gives a different look, doesn't it? And then of course we have that side as well. So I'm going to get some sprinkles, because what is soap without some gorgeous sprinkles? And I do have some new ones that I just got from Sud Off. So I'm just going to grab those. All right, everyone, I do have to take off my gloves, but I will not be touching the soap. I'm just going to be adding these sprinkles. So if you can see these ones here, I mean, look how beautiful they are. And I'm just going to pop some on the end of my little paintbrush. And so this is all I do. If you can see that here, I'll try and hold it, I should say. Hopefully the camera is going to pick that up. And then all I'm going to do is just literally do some sprinkles on the top. You don't need to add much with this biodegradable glitter. It does go a really long way and it is expensive. So yeah, I just give it a little sprinkle because no one wants to have a whole heap of glitter all over themselves, do they, you know, inside the shower. So I actually think, you know, maybe less is more, because if it was me, it'd drive me nuts having this all over me. And then last but not least, when you're making a soap, as you all probably know, I'm sure all of you lovely people do know, that we do need to add some isopropyl on the top, which just does really help so that we're not going to get any of those yucky white marks on the top of our soap. Anyway, I hope you have loved my soap, and I will be coming back tomorrow. So I will definitely bring you back tomorrow for the cut, and then I will pop all the video together, and this should be my weekend video. Thank you, and I'll see you tomorrow. So it's the next day now. I have removed it from its loaf, and this is what it looks like. It's not the exact type that I was hoping for, but as I did say before, it really did start to thicken up quite fast. So I just had to move really fast with it. And sometimes these happen when, you know, you do one. It's still really pretty. It's just not exactly the way I was hoping it would look. But anyway, as you can see, it's just got the two-toned green, and then, of course, the peachy colour at the bottom. And as I did say, the fragrance oil did tan that, and I think it was going to be quite tan. And usually you can tell when it's going to be tan, because when you use the fragrance oil, the darker yellow or brown it's looking, then that means it's going to usually discolour your soaps. But anyway, I've cut them all up. So I did get 9 out of this particular loaf, and it was exactly 9. But if you don't want to use the ends at all, then you won't get 9. You'll only get 8, and maybe 2 sort of shavings to give away as samples. So I've just cut it all with my cutter. These are all cut in a 1-inch bar. Generally, I do try and do most of mine in about a 1-inch bar, unless it's something that is quite fancy. So I do get some when I have like embeds for unicorns or my leprechaun ones, and they did need to be thicker because the little embed things that I put on top needed that as well. But anyway, I'm sure that you can agree it still is a lovely bar of soap, and the melon red colour does give it some character on the top. I also did have some leaves that I'd already piped previously in a dark green, and I did decide to put them on the opposite side because I felt that just one of the little square of the melon soap embeds that I made wasn't enough. I felt that it just needed something a little bit extra. But anyway, I'm sure that you can agree, like I said, that it has turned out quite sweet, and it really does smell nice. So the scent is just beautiful, and I guess it is worth the discoloration. But if you're going to use that particular scent, maybe just remember that it may discolor a little bit. Hope you've loved my video, and make sure you give me a thumbs up if you think it's worthy.